Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Greg Michalowski from ForexLive.com. This is the Kickstart video. In the Kickstart video, I take a look at three of the major currency pairs, the euro versus US dollar, the dollar versus yen, and sterling versus US dollar from a technical perspective to get you on the roadmap for your trading for trading today. Today's date, by the way, is October 3rd, 2024. Let's get started. Let's first take a look at the hourly chart of the euro versus US dollar and trading. For the last few days, we've seen sharp moves to the downside. We got below these moving averages here on earlier this week, and then on Tuesday's trade, we had a big, huge move to the downside. That momentum to the downside continued in trading yesterday and trading here today. We're seeing a rotation further to the downside to a new low going back to this day right here, which is around September 12th, and we have seen a bounce back to the upside, and so more up and down price action here in the euro versus US dollar. Now, the low price that we did see in trading here today did come down to test this swing area target. This swing area target was home to a number of different swing lows and swing highs through this period right through here. The market tried to stay below this level right through here, but then broke above it, and that started a rotation to the upside. So it took the last few days to move back all the way back down to retrace all the way back to that level. I had it outlined as a strong red line here, and lo and behold, the price did try to find some support buyers against that level. Now, if we take a look at this 38.2% retrace, we're going to switch this to the 4-hour chart because the 4-hour chart, you can see a little bit more where we have come from. If you go back to this August low right here, it was August 1 actually, to the high price that we saw in the month of September. The 38.2% retracement of that move to the upside comes in at 1.1046, and the high price, the corrective high price off our low today has come up to that level and found willing sellers against that level. So right now we're ping-ponging in between this swing area through here at 1.10258 and the 38.2% retracement at 1.1046 as the market consolidates the declines that we've seen, sharp declines that we've seen in trading here this week for the euro versus US dollar. So be aware of that dynamic. That's the roadmap for traders. Move below this level, it's more bearish. Move above the 38.2% retracement. We could see some further upside probing, maybe toward this swing area right through here where we had a number of different swing lows and swing highs going back in time through here, and here. Trade above and below and trade here today before using that level as a resistance to push to the downside. So that area comes in at 110.65-ish. So be aware of that level on the top side if we're able to get above the 46 level. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen next, and look at the 1-hour chart for this currency pair. And we saw a big, huge move to the upside trading yesterday that based near this where the 100 and 200 hour moving average had started to converge here. And those two moving averages can converge. What does that say? It says the market's unsure and in a neutral state. It's trying to figure out which way it wants to go. And it got that catalyst yesterday from Bank of England and also from the Japanese Prime Minister, who kind of backed off the idea of tightening. And the Bank of Japan, UATA, said that that the things were unstable. And in the past, he's hinted that when the markets are unstable, he's not looking to cause them more instability by doing things like hiking rates. So that gave the go-ahead to push the dollar yen to the upside. We moved up to test this high right here, which was last week's high into the close. In trading in the Asian session, the market moved higher. And where did we go? We went right up to this swing area right through here, which outlined as a key ceiling. And what do? We found willing sellers against that level, not surprisingly, between the 147.20 to 147.33 level, and rotated back to the downside. We've seen more up and down price action like the euro versus US dollar in trading here today as the market consolidates these huge gains. And we've seen the price move back below the high from last week briefly here, move back above it. We'll continue to watch this level as a close support. If we do break below it for the second time today, I would expect further downside probing. Do we get all the way back down to the 61.8% retracement of this move to the downside? I'm not sure, but if we do stay below that level, then that would certainly give the seller or the buyer some reason to take some profit, and some sellers to perhaps jump on the downside, at least in the short term. after testing this key resistance level on the top side, again near the 147.20 to 147.33 level. Finally, let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar. I'll start off on the hourly chart here. You can see a big move to the downside. That big move to the downside today was able to break and stay below the 100 bar moving average on the 4-hour chart. There were some comments in The Guardian from Bank of England's Bailey, who seemed to open the door for more aggressive rate cuts if warranted. Inflation come down toward the 2% target. It did warn about other risks, including the wars in the Middle East and having a price shock and all. So that still is a concern. But we did see the sterling versus US move sharply to the downside. We've also moved below the 200 bar moving average on the 4-hour chart at 131.937. That was the first time the price traded below that moving average, going all the way back to this day right here, which is August 15th. So that's a big move as well. And you can see how the corrective move on the hourly bar after that came back up, tested that moving average, and fell to the downside. There was also over abundance of longs in the pound versus US dollar, which may have contributed to or which probably did contribute to the decline, as those longs were squeezed out of their position, forced to sell on the sharp move to the downside here. That just selling begets selling at times, and if the market's overbought, that's what happens. So we've seen the price move below this swing area. I'm going to put it on a 4-hour chart here. If I put it on a 4-hour chart, and also if we move this Fibonacci retracement down to this low right through here, and grab the wrong line there, but if I move it down to this low right here, we are below the 38.2% retracement of the move up from this low to this high right here. That 38.2 comes in at 1.31 to 396. You can see more clearly this swing area right through here, which comes near that 38.2. So we're going to need to get above that level. Let's say 131.40 to give the buyers at least a little bit more control in the short term. Absent that, and the sellers are more in control with the low price through probably here at 130.86 is the next target, followed by the 50% retracement of this move to the upside, which comes in at 130.48. So there you have it. A technical look at 3 major currency pairs to kickstart your trading day. I hope this helps you as it maps out your trading for the day. My name is Greg Mikulowski. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.